How y'all doing this afternoon? Just want to make a quick video this afternoon about some of my plants and getting them ready for winter. It's November 10th now, and the inevitable's coming. It's going to freeze here about Tuesday. It's supposed to get down in the high 20s. So I've moved some of the small plants in the house in pots. I'll be able to save those over the winter, but my big plants, the banana plants especially outside, I really wanted to at least try to save the stalks. And there's nothing you can do about, the leaves. They're going to die off, and that's fine. But I've done a lot of research, been really looking on the web at night, been really worried about trying to save the stalks, so therefore next year they'll get even taller than they got this year, and maybe produce flower, or the banana after it flowers. So what I've done a lot of research. Most people, most of the winterizing videos about bananas are from way up north, and they just dig them up and they put the roots in a pot in the cellar or something like that. But I'm not up that far north. So I found a couple people talking about wrapping the stalks with a bubble wrap or insulation, and you can actually save the stalk until the next year. Well, the problem with that is, I live here in the neighborhood, try to keep the yard up. I just can't have a bunch of bubble wrap, sitting outside, or barrels. Some people put barrels over them, put a bunch of grass clippings down in there, or mulch. I have mulched around the bottom of them. I think that's going to help a lot, to protect the comb or the roots and everything. What I've done is I've put together several ideas. I'm going to try this, and this is not very expensive. A lot of the ideas, man, it costs you a ton of money to go out and buy all this stuff. But with this, I've got this duct, this pipe, water pipe insulation. It's just a roll, and it's basically, let me open up here and show you. Basically a thin, or not really thin, little insulation strip here. And it feels like it's made out of almost maybe a synthetic wool or something, but I think this will offer enough warmth, coupled with a couple more things, it doesn't stay that cold down here. I'm in zone 8, 8A actually. I'm going to take that and put this on there. Then I'm going to go over it with some saran wrap. And then after that, I'm going to take some duct tape and just seal it up on the outside. And I've got a real neutral color here, just this tan, and I figured this will make it to where it's not just an eyesore, it just looks like a tree trunk or something. I even had camo. I just decided this one would be best because the plants are fairly close to my fence, and that'll make them kind of blend in. But hopefully I'll be able to preserve the stalks this year, and the plants will come up and get twice as big next year, but we'll see. It's all experimental stuff. And I said I'm going to put plenty of mulch around the bottom, but I'm going to take you outside and show you kind of what I've been trying to do here. I don't know if you can see here, but with this large banana plant, I already came out this morning and got started on it. I piled some mulch at the bottom. Then I took the black, the pipe insulation, wrapped it around the trunk, put a little tape around that, and then I got saran wrap and put around it, and I did that all the way up to here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit, show you what I did. And all I had was just some Scotch tape, but I wrapped tape around the top really good because you want to make sure moisture and stuff doesn't get down in here and just rot the whole trunk. And after the freeze, probably just want to cut this off here, up there by the branches, because you'll cut these branches off, and we'll put something over the top to keep water from coming in as well. Maybe just some sort of a cap or something. So I'm going to kind of show you step by step what I do with the other ones, some of the smaller ones, and we'll see if we can save some of these trunks for the winter down. So you see how I did this one here. I got it wrapped up with tape all the way down the bottom up to right there where the limbs start coming off. Took more tape than I thought, so I'm probably going to have to switch rolls. I got to roll some black duct tape in the house. But I'm going to go ahead and do these other ones. You see, like this one here, I'm going to start off with that black tape around the bottom, and I'll show you. I'm going to grab it real quick. Get the tape, not the black tape, I'm sorry, the black insulation. So I'm going to take this insulation here, I'm going to kind of just start to wrap it around the bottom a little bit, tape it. I'll tape it right there, and we'll just keep wrapping it. Wrap it on up, just single layers as we go around the trunk. I'm going to get that done, and I'll come right back to you. Okay, see, I got that one wrapped up with the insulation, just all the way up it, starting down there in the mulch pile. Now I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna put some saran wrap on that thing. Now, if you notice, I've got the insulation wrapped in the saran wrap there. We'll go duct tape over that, put a layer of the duct tape, and duct tape's gonna hold that saran wrap on there. And the saran wrap's just to keep that insulation from getting sopping wet, although it is water resistant insulation anyway. But then we'll come in with the duct tape and I'll keep it nice and tight. Mainly we want to get duct tape up there toward the top too, to where the water doesn't pour in through the top. We're going to get our duct tape, start from the bottom, and just wrap right around it. Just seal everything off. Like that. Do that all the way up the tree. Anyway, that one's done. Didn't have near enough of that tan duct tape. Just kind of wanted you to get the idea, and hopefully that'll keep the chill out and keep the frost out there. And we'll cut the tops off, you know, after the freeze or whatever. I'll put a cup or something over the top to keep water from getting down in there. And hopefully, you know, these will survive through the winter, the stalks at least. I'm running low on my duct tape again. Really underestimated how much duct tape I need, so I kind of just candy cane that one there. I can always come back with some more duct tape. The duct tape's just pretty much there to keep it from unraveling and stuff like that. I'll come back later on. That third one, I'm gonna leave it bare. I may just cut it off like everybody suggests around here to do, and just let it grow back. But I just want to have a few that I could save the stalks on. Now I'm gonna go in the front, and I've got a Borno giant elephant ear that's not supposed to be cold hardy to zone A. And we're going to try to do what we can to save it, at least the stalk. This is my giant Borno giant elephant ear. Got a sucker there. I'm going to remove it. I removed another one a couple weeks ago and actually planted it in a pot, and it's doing okay. But you can see I've only got 2 leaves left. I cut the other ones off because they were already starting to droop with this cold weather. I'm going to remove a lot of that mulch. I'm going to put some insulation around that stump, put the mulch back, and we're going to do what we can to save it. You know what I've decided after pulling that mulch back, tamping it down, cutting that sucker off there, I think I'm just going to put some more mulch around this one. I think if I put that insulation there, it would just harm it. That it'd get too wet or something like that with that big base. I may just pile some more mulch around there up to where I cut off those little points there. We'll just try to save the trunk that way. That's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so I got a couple yards of fresh mulch here. Just gonna go around the base of this thing. Just gonna pile some more of this mulch around here. And you know, we'll have to do this throughout the winter probably. Come by here and just, you know, spread some of the older wet stuff out, let it dry a little bit, and put this dry mulch in. I'm gonna go around the base of it and just cover up to where I made them cuts. And I think that'll protect the part that I want to protect from the freeze. That's as much as I want to cover on that thing. See, up to where you made those cuts, go all above that's going to die off anyway. But they say if you overwinter the trunk to one of these things, if they can come back the next year, so and the trunk will start to get kind of woody, a woody look to it, almost like a palm tree or something. I'd like to have that. Plus, I want to protect those rhizomes and everything, or the culm as they call it, down there below the ground. I think it'll overwinter nice. And plus I got this little dryer. Here's my dryer. Yeah, my dryer outlet's right there. Here's some more. Another thing up here is this kind of keeps some warm air on even through the winter. Once this top dies off, I'll cut it off down there where you see I made those other cuts, and I'll probably put like a burlap bag or something over it, and maybe some more mulch or something just to keep the weather out. I'm gonna go around the bottom of these ones that I wrapped. I'm gonna put some extra mulch in here too. We'll around here just to protect the bottom, because you don't want that frost getting in anywhere. Go ahead and give that a good coating of mulch, pack it down there, and just get everything nice and secure for when the old frost comes in a couple days. So we got the banana plants all wrapped up for the winter. And you see, like, I left that pup unwrapped. We'll see what happens with it. And the other little one over in the corner. Got these wrapped over here. And with the elephant ears, like I told you, I think it's best just to pile up a lot of mulch around them. Let's see, all you want to do is preserve that stump. Now, that's my backyard elephant ear. The one we did earlier was one in the front. Got some other things here. I think the rosemary will do just fine. Those are sago palms. They may die, I don't know. There's just some seedlings. I got some larger ones, or a larger one back over here. No, in the front, and I just piled up mulch around it as well, as you can see. My cannas here, my canna lilies, they're still blooming. I still thin them out like I used to. I'm gonna let the frost get them, and then I'm gonna cut them all off right to the ground. I'm gonna cover that bed with mulch, and that'll preserve them. They'll shoot right up next year. They'll be just fine. Well, here's one of the banana plants pups. Put off a pup. And I was able to dig it out and pot it, and we're going to try to preserve it indoors over winter and see how it does. Hopefully it'll take it. That's some good roots on it, so we'll have to see. And here I've also got, that's a pup from that big elephant ear out front I took in, and I've got an ornamental piece of that ornamental ginger from the back, and this is actually ginger that you get in the grocery store. Anyway, so that's it for my winter garden preparation video. I hope this works. It may kill every plant that I wrapped up like that. I don't know, but from the videos I've watched of some people up north wrapping them in bubble wrap and stuff like that, and bisqueen, I think it should do okay. I hope to save those stalks. I'll definitely have an update on it in the spring, but I searched and searched and was really looking, trying to find, is there any way to save the stalks and those banana plants for the next year? And this is what I've come up with. So let me know your thoughts on this, or if you have any other ideas or anything like that. Anyway, I just want to put this video out there for you. We'll see y'all later.